Minerals and metals are key for housing, infrastructure, energy, mobility, and all digital products. And as the world economy grows, embraces digital technologies and transitions to greener energy and mobility, demand for these resources will continue to rise significantly. But extracting resources such as iron ore, cobalt, copper, lithium, nickel, and rare earth elements can cause severe environmental damage, as well as negative impacts on society. So ensuring due diligence in global mineral value chains has therefore become increasingly important. The OECD has been at the forefront of providing guidance on how businesses can maximize their positive contributions to sustainable development, especially in the mineral sector. To support companies in better analyzing and designing their mineral supply chains, the OECD has recently developed a handbook on environmental due diligence in collaboration with a broad diversity of stakeholders. As well as helping guide and empower companies in assessing and managing risks, the handbook also helps businesses to identify opportunities. The handbook addresses businesses along the whole mineral supply chain, from extraction to processing, smelting, refining, and recycling.
Due diligence is a whole of supply chain process, and it applies to all businesses from large multinationals to SMEs. It targets environmental impacts upstream, but is primarily for use by companies downstream that are carrying out due diligence through their control points on their suppliers upstream.
Ensuring due diligence along mineral supply chains is demanding and costly. But there are also several benefits for companies making use of the new OECD handbook.
So the main benefits of this handbook are, one, that it follows the recognized OECD due diligence, risk-based due diligence approach that can be found in the OECD guidelines for multinational enterprises and the due diligence guidance for responsible business conduct. It takes that approach and it recontextualizes it to support companies seeking to use that approach to address environmental risks. This approach is practical, it's implementable, it's risk-based, and it applies to all companies, but can be tailored to different companies in the mineral supply chain.
The handbook consists of 4 sections. Chapter 1 provides the background on why risk-based environmental due diligence matters to businesses operating in mineral supply chains, and considers artisanal and small-scale mining and circular value chain approaches. Chapter 2 clarifies what is meant by adverse environmental impacts and provides examples of common environmental issues found in upstream mineral supply chains. Chapter 3 discusses integration of environmental risks and impacts into OECD's 6-step due diligence framework. And finally, Chapter 4 takes readers through each of the 6 steps in detail. Using the new OECD handbook provides a lot of benefits.
So for many companies, the business case is really just a matter of compliance with the law or pressure from business relationships facing compliance burdens of their own. For other companies, a business case can be made through access to greater sustainable finance. And for others, the business case is really made through being able to handle supply chain shocks and to have more resilient supply chains that are able to recover from shocks more quickly.
But the new OECD handbook is beneficial for other stakeholders as well.
That we have more communication, more information on environmental issues in the supply chain, so these issues and impacts can better be addressed, and that we can foster through this due diligence approaches the cooperation of different stakeholders of the supply chain, but also civil society and also governments, which have an important role to address these issues and improve environmental standards in general.
It's precisely these stakeholders that were involved in developing, drafting, and finalizing the handbook.
Including a variety of stakeholders representing the relevant actors and the relevant stakeholders ensures credibility and acceptability, and ensures that this handbook will be actually used by companies, and even more important, assists to bring about positive change and resolve some of the sustainability challenges in the mineral supply chains.
The purpose of the new handbook is to support the implementation of OECD standards on responsible business conduct and to take account of environmental risks and adverse impacts in mineral supply chains. It supports the implementation of different standards and guidelines, reduces risks in complex supply chains, and helps companies to gain competitive advantages by taking responsible actions in supply chains. You can download the handbook from the OECD website for free. For more information, please visit our website, sumexproject.eu.